Hi guys, I am Chef Sarah and I will be making some crepes with you today. Today we're going to be making some shiitake mushroom and onion crepes with a little bit of Parmesan and lemon zest. It will be delicious. So first what we need to do is make our batter for our crepes. We are going to start with a little bit of flour, a little bit of sugar. Now, you can make savory crepes or you can make sweet crepes, but today what we're going to do is be making savory, but actually balancing it out with a little bit of sugar. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take our fork here, and inside of our flour with our dry ingredients, what we're going to do is we're going to make a well. And in the well, we're going to put an egg. And we're going to start mixing that with our fork, and then we'll add in the rest of our liquid ingredients, which is going to be our milk. And basically what we want to do is we want this to be combined into a thin batter. And now this is just about, with a whisk, I'm whisking it up, and this is just about the consistency that we want. Very, very thin. Now what we need to do is we actually are going to put this aside and we're going to let it rest for about 10 minutes or so. In the meantime, we will work on our filling. So what I have here is I have an onion. So we have a perfectly diced onion. Now what we're going to do is we're going to get our mushrooms ready. Shiitake mushrooms actually have a stem that's inedible, and I actually have some stems already off, and you actually just take your mushrooms and clean them with a moist paper towel. If you submerge them in water, they'll get too soggy. One easy way fun way to cut these is to just stack them up like so, and then just go ahead and do some nice big slices. So we'll put our shiitake mushrooms in with our onions. So our pan is getting hot. And we'll go ahead and put in our mushrooms and our onions. So we'll get all those guys in there. We're just going to do a quick toss with our pan. Now we're going to add a little bit of salt here, because the salt acts as a chemical agent that's actually going to draw out some of the moisture in these vegetables and cook them. And I can see that my pan is a little bit dry, so we'll add a little bit more butter here. And basically we're just going to get this guy on a low heat and continue it to cook down while we make our crepes. So we've got our batter that's already rested, and what we're going to do is we'll just take a ladle here and get our crepe batter in here. So when you put your batter in, then what you want to do is you want to swirl it around the pan to make it as thin as possible. But what we're going to do is we're going to see if our crepe is done by just giving it a little bit of a knock. And you see how now my crepe is released from my pan? So that just released it from the pan, and we're just going to do a little bit of a flip here. Again. See, we have a beautiful, beautiful brown crust happening on the crepe. And we're going to get our other side now going just for a couple seconds or two. And now our mushrooms are nice and brown, and we're actually going to take these guys off the heat now. In with our mushrooms and our onions, we're just going to get a little bit of Parmesan cheese and some lemon zest. Take your crepe off like so. We're going to fill this guy with our mushroom and our onion mixture. And we are going to get a little bit of lemon zest on top, just for a little bit of color, and some Parmesan cheese for a little bit more of that saltiness with the hot crepe. So, and there you go. You have a beautiful shiitake mushroom and onion crepe with a little bit of lemon zest to pick up a little bit of acidity with some beautiful Parmesan cheese. And just for a little bit more color around the plate, what you can do is you can just garnish with a little bit of fresh parsley, or really any herb that you have. Some basil or tarragon would be lovely as well. And there you have it. Thanks for joining us today.